If you're a Liv Morgan fan like me, this is going to interest you big time. So Liv Morgan has obviously sent out a new cryptic tweet, but the cool thing is, if you have been a fan of the channel for a while, you know we've kind of looked into them deeply and proven that some of them did come true. So we did see on Monday Night Raw, obviously her defeating Ruby Riot. It was a clean victory. Sarah Logan was not the special guest referee this time. So that's really cool for Liv. But Liv has now taken to Twitter and tweeted out Phase 1 complete with a nice green tick. Now, this came out of nowhere. We haven't ever known that Liv is going through phases. Now, some people are saying it's phases in her career, which kind of does make sense in some respects. But on Instagram, she has posted this to her story, looking at basically different looks from her time in WWE. You see number 1, top left. Then you got number 2, number 3, and finally number 4 was from Monday Night Raw. Now, does this mean that this is the look now she's going to go for? It could mean that. Phase 1 could be get the look right, and she might now be happy with the look she's currently got at stage 4. It could be. But I think, following the defeat of Ruby Riot, this is Liv Morgan putting the Riot Squad behind her. This is Liv defeating Ruby, overcoming the odds. Ruby was built as this bully, as the person that was holding her back, and she was going to put Liv in her place. And Liv overcome all of that to defeat her former friend. And now, Phase 1, which I assume is the Riot Squad, is behind her. And also, I think it's quite touching that Liv's attire was very similar to that of her Riot Squad days. Okay, of course it was never the same, but it's the first time since she's returned that we've seen the braces back. There was colour back in her hair. There was a lot of differences to what we've known of Liv Morgan recently with this new attire. Now, obviously I know this is like a fan-made attire that she's then had made up, but she's chose this for a reason. So I genuinely think that Phase 1 was Liv defeating the Riot Squad. And it's such a shame that Sarah Logan couldn't be a part of that. And I do think WWE really did miss out on an opportunity, whether it was to put Liv over or anyone else, that they could have had this Riot Squad triple threat match that just never seemed to happen. So what's next now for Liv? What could be Phase 2? Charlotte Flair? I mean, she was the person in the final match of Liv Morgan before Liv had to go away and become real. And maybe she wants to prove that she can defeat Charlotte. I kind of don't think that Charlotte will be next, because Charlotte's doing all that stuff with NXT. I think she's very busy at the moment. And although I think and expect the clash between Charlotte and Liv to happen, I just don't see it happening next. Becky Lynch, maybe. Maybe Phase 2 is win the Raw Women's Championship. I think that would be a really cool idea. I'd be up for it. You know I'm a Liv fan, so it'd work, right? Liv's obviously not doing anything right now at Money in the Bank. Neither's Becky Lynch. Maybe there's a Raw Women's Championship match to be made. I mean, Shayna, Asuka, Nia, the genuine contenders for Becky's belts, are busy. It could make sense. Now, Phase 2 could be Money in the Bank. We know Liv has told us on Twitter how desperate she was for this. Well, okay, she didn't qualify, but she also wasn't in a qualifying match. And there are spots left on SmackDown. So maybe, just maybe, Liv Morgan could jump to SmackDown. She could do whatever it takes to become the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. Maybe what's next is Sarah Logan. It has been reported that Sarah is due back in WWE, that WWE may have changed their minds on firing Sarah. So if Sarah does return, maybe she comes back and attacks Liv out of jealousy and anger that she's just lost her job and Liv's getting all the success. I mean, let's be fair, Liv hasn't beat Sarah. There's a good feud to be made there. I think Phase 2 could be very interesting. And I think it depends on what you look at, what these phases mean. I genuinely think it's what's next for Liv Morgan, rather than looking more into the past. The first one was overcoming the Riot Squad. What's next? I hope it's Championship Gold. But let me know your thoughts on what you think about these phases of Liv Morgan. in the comment section down below. I will read and try to reply to every single comment, so thumbs up. Of course, hit that thumbs up, hit the like button, it does help the video rank up on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Share the video so your friends can find it. I'll see you next time. Peace!